Also, I just really want to talk a little bit about the Build-a-Thon here, because this year's competition, it's going to bring back everything you loved about the Build-a-Thons of yore, but it's really a whole different animal. I mean, for one thing, you probably didn't know, or maybe you did know, that the Build-a-Thon is already underway and has been for some time. So to give us a little clue about what this Build-a-Thon has that's so different, I just want to bring you back, Travis, and give you a few minutes to talk about this. So over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Don. Well, Build-a-Thon, this is an event that is really near and dear to my heart. Myself and Kevin, we started this event a few years back as a way to have a kind of a fun session at the conference, and where we can show, building a project live on stage. And Kevin and I competed against each other a couple of years, and it was a lot of fun. The third year, when we did the conference virtually, we decided to bring in integrators and show the amazing skills and the projects integrators are building. And so now really the Build-a-Thon's kind of turned into the elite event, elite competition for integrators to show their skills. And this year is no different. We invited all of our premier integrators to apply for a chance to compete in this year's Build-a-Thon. And this year we had 3 separate challenges already that happened, each one more difficult than the one before, and we narrowed that field down to 2 integrators. The final challenge, of course, is going to be at the live ICC in September. So to kind of recap on the challenges, the first one was in mid-June. It started out with 19 premier integrator finalists, but only 10 competitors were left standing after it was all said and done. So what they did is they went through a bunch of little mini challenges and answering questions and kind of testing their ingenuity of ignition and just of technology. Then challenge 2 was in late June with 10 competitors. After the dust settled, only 5 competitors remained after that challenge. And then the third one, which was the most challenging, started with the 5 integrators, and they did this in mid-July. And after that, all the challengers battled fiercely, but 2 of them reigned supreme here and survived to be at the ICC Build-a-Thon this year. And those 2 final competitors are DMC and Roeslein Associates, and they're here with us today. They tied in the third challenge, and they will face off in front of the watchful eyes of the worldwide ignition community at the final Build-a-Thon Challenge at ICC on September 21st. And what's really exciting about this is we're actually going to have these 2 competitors build a project from start to finish right before the actual live Build-a-Thon event on Wednesday of the conference. So let's bring out a competitor from each of the teams to ask a couple of questions. First, we have Paul from DMC and Phillip Bourner from Roeslein. They'll be joined by team members from their company at the Build-a-Thon. So Paul and Phillip, I've got a few questions for you. First, what was it like to compete in the first 3 rounds? And what did you learn in that process? Paul, I'll start with you.
Might be on mute, Paul.
We'll figure out Paul's audio there. Phillip, how about you answer that question first?
Sure. We had a great time. A lot of interesting questions in those challenges, and really got to see people from our team see some random skills that they had that I didn't know they had before. It was a lot of fun. And we also had people from our other sites in the UK and in Canada, and everybody helped. It took the entire team to get to where we are.
Awesome. Paul, is your audio working now?
Yeah, can you hear me now? Is that better?
Oh, sure. There we go. Gotcha.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we had a great time competing in the Build-a-Thon. We used the whole event kind of to generate some buzz internally at DMC about the competition. We got a bunch of engineers together, kind of had a party with it. And one thing we learned is that we have a lot of people at DMC who are really excited and love to work with Ignition. So I think that was probably the biggest takeaway we had from the experience so far.
Well, awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, congratulations both of you for making it to the final round. Really excited to see you guys come and compete. But so how does it feel, to actually be in the finals here and be able to come to conference and show off your skills? Paul, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I think we're just mainly really excited to show off our Ignition skills and compete in front of the whole conference and the wider Ignition community. I think we're also looking forward to meeting all of you guys at Inductive and spending some time with you guys in the days leading up to Build-a-Thon. I think that's going to be a really fun experience for our team. yeah, we're looking forward to putting up a strong competition. We have a solid team that has a lot of great project experience working with some of the new most cutting edge ignition features. We're also excited to seeing what Roeslein puts out as well. We always look forward to seeing cool projects that are built with ignition.
Absolutely. How about you, Phillip?
Yeah, we're super excited to just be able to finally come out and compete instead of the last few years we were able to view virtually and then watching from the seats when you, Travis, and Kevin were competing. So we're super excited to actually get our hands in and see how the process works, and to be pushed by DMC and try to make the best projects we can.
Yeah, great. All right, so last question I got for you guys is why do you think your team will win, and what's your message to your competitor? So Phillip, why don't we start with you?
Sure. So we've been working with Ignition since I've started working here. We've done projects for many different people across the world and different areas and different types of projects itself. So I figured that versatility will give us an edge in being able to know how to adapt to any curveballs you guys try to throw at us.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations, both of you. Looking forward to the conference. I know there's a little bit of anxiety about what to expect since we haven't released any real details on what you're going to be competing, but definitely looking forward to it, guys. All right. So I also want to let everyone know that our finalists aren't the only ones who get to experience the Build-a-Thon Challenges. We've released all 3 rounds to the community. You can take the Build-a-Thon Challenges now by visiting ignitionbuildathon.com, and you can use your IA login to access the challenges. So you get to see all the challenges that our integrators competed in and what they had to do in order to get to the final 2 here. We're also planning to share the Build-a-Thon Challenge projects that we built in Ignition. This was built in Perspective on the Ignition Exchange. You'll be able to download the challenges on August 18th, so next week. That's a week from now. And if you get stumped while you're taking the challenges, don't worry, because we'll also be releasing an answer key on August 18th to help you work through each of those challenges. Over to you, Don.
I'm feeling more excited than ever about the Build-a-Thon. I know that it's going to be exciting, but before we wrap this little piece up, I have to ask you, Travis, there's always been some form of entertainment or something. Are we going to get anything this year?
100% you're going to get something this year. The IA Department of Funk is, of course, up to the challenge to bring in some music to not only the conference but to the Build-a-Thon. So there's definitely some surprises there. I got to participate in one of the music videos last year. We'll see what happens here this year, but they're in for some treats for sure.
That's cool. That's cool. I got to tell you, I really do love it when the Department of Funk starts getting it on. That's good. So we're all looking forward to whatever we get in terms of a musical treat from those folks.